Hello and welcome to the Health Q channel, the health awareness channel where our mission is to motivate you to look at the brighter side of the health. I am your host, physiotherapist Meghna Dave, and in today's video, I would be telling you some of the tips that will help you out while you are recovering from Bell's palsy, especially in the early phase of Bell's palsy, which means if you are having Bell's palsy that is less than 3 months old, then these tips would be definitely helpful for you. So, without wasting any due time, let's get started. Bell's palsy is a condition that might impact your emotional status as your face is impacted. All your facial expressions are standstill, and that makes your daily life very difficult. And I'm going to simplify this management process in today's video by telling you the step-by-step things that you should do in order to get maximum better results. So, the first thing that you need to do when you discover yourself that you are experiencing any kind of facial muscle weakness or else paralysis of one side of the face is immediately talk to your physician. Do not wait for self-medication or think that it would be automatically recovered. The first thing that you need to do is either call your physician or else physically see a medical doctor. What doctor will do is will prescribe you some antiviral or corticosteroid drugs. These medicines has to be taken according to his prescription, and do not forget to break this prescription or else miss these medications. These medicines will help you to gain that better recovery and healing to the damaged nerve. Along with your medication, doctor will also give some eye drops. These eye drops are very important to use. Hence, that brings me to the second point, and that is to take care of your eyes. Your eyes are at much higher risk of development of infection and irritation. This happens since you are not able to close your eyes completely. Ensuring that your eyes are well lubricated all the time is your responsibility. Hence, make sure that you put eye drops on your eyes whenever required or else as prescribed by your doctor. The second important thing that you should do is to properly tape your eyes. Taping your eyes helps to keep your eyes closed and thus prevents that extra exposure of dust, air, or any irritants that might infect your eyes. At the same time, taping gives some extra support to your facial muscles, which helps in healing. The third thing that you need to do here is do your exercise in the right way. See, exercises are very important, but if exercises are not done in a correct manner, then it might damage you. Because Bell's palsy's early phase, or is the first phase of Bell's palsy, is the most important and determining phase for how much you will recover. This is the phase where maximum recovery, maximum healing will happen to your nerve. At the same time, you are at highest chances of developing abnormal movement patterns, which is called as synkinesis. The role of physiotherapist is to ensure that we facilitate your movement, at the same time make sure that you do not develop synkinesis, because if synkinesis develop, it's really hard to manage it. So, what are the things that you should keep in mind while exercising? There are basically three things. The first thing is always do active assisted exercises. Active assisted exercises are the kind of exercises in which you give some external support to your movement with the help of your hand. So 50% of effort is given by your hands and 50% of effort is taken by you. If you are in a state of complete paralysis where zero movement is there, then you might need to do complete passive movement, which means only doing the exercises with the help of the hand. This is the point where you might need electrical stimulation as well. But please do remember, if you feel that even slightest amount of muscle contraction is present, stop your electrical stimulation immediately. Because electrical stimulation, if continued for a longer period of time, despite of the movement being present, it might lead to miswiring and development of synkinesis. Hence, either do passive exercises when you are in a state of complete paralysis, or do active assisted exercises when you are in a state where partial movements are present. The second thing that you should keep in mind is the quality of the movement over quantity of movement. You do not need to exercise entire day. Just 5 repetitions of each movement 2 times in a day is more than enough to get better recovery. And the third thing that you should do is stay stress free. Do not worry. More you worry, more the facial muscles will go into the state of tightness and might hinder you in your recovery. So make sure to stay calm and relax as much as possible during this early phase of facial paralysis. So now let's have a look in what way you should do these exercises. I will demonstrate you the movements doing with the hands. Just remember, if you are in an early first week where there is complete paralysis, do not put effort from your end, just use the hands. And if you are beyond 7 days where there is slightest amount of movement possible, then put 50% of effort while doing this movement. So the first movement is this. So the way you are going to do this is keep your hand here and then raise your eyebrows and bring it down. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was the first exercise. Second exercise is for corrugator superbiculi, which is the frowning movement. Again, I am taking the support of the hand and doing this movement. 5 repetitions. Third exercise for nasalis. This might be difficult for you initially. So what you can do is block your nose completely, breathe in from the normal side and then exhale. Five repetitions again. Fourth exercise, you need to point the nose downward like this. Again, you can take the help of the fingers while doing this. Five repetitions. Fifth exercise is a movement which is similar to the expression that we make when we smell a bad odor, like this. So how will you do this? Again, you can take the help of your finger and make your face as if you are smelling a bad odor. Five repetitions again. Sixth movement, you need to raise one side of your lip. Five repetitions again. Next exercise is a very mild smile. Again, you can take the help of your finger and do this exercise. Five repetitions. Next exercise, it's a little wider smile. Five repetitions again. Next movement, you need to purse your lips like this. Again, you have to take the help of your fingers and do this movement. Five repetitions again. Next movement, you need to clench your teeth. Again, take the help of your fingers. Five repetitions. Next movement is making a pout, or else bringing your lips together. Again, take the help of your fingers and do this movement. Or else, if you are finding it difficult to bring your face towards the midline, what you can do is You can take the help of the hands and bring your entire face together in the midline. Five repetitions again. Next exercise is for bringing the lips downwards or else pulling the lips downwards. Like this. Again, take the help of your fingers. Five repetitions. Next movement. You need to bring the lower lip outwards. Like this. Again, take the help of your fingers. Next exercise, you need to draw both the corners of your mouth downwards as if you are sad. Again, same movement. Next exercise, you need to bring your lower jaw forward, something like this. If this is difficult for you, you need to take the help of your hand and bring your lower jaw front. Next exercise, teeth or else clench your teeth tightly. Again, in this, you have to take the help of your hands and do this movement. In this, your aim should be that both the side of the face should lie symmetrically compared to the midline. Five repetitions. Next exercise is for your eyes, and here what you need to do is close your eyes very tightly. But initially this would be difficult, hence you need to take the help of your hands. To compare, you can do this with both the hands. Five repetitions. Next exercise, move your eyes on all the directions. This helps in improving the eye movements and helps you in closure of the eyes. There's one more progression that you can do in this. Keep your fingers at a gap of 12 inch, place it downwards and then gradually look down and then try to close your eyes. Even when your eyes are closed, make sure that your eyeballs stay downwards, which means you are trying to look downwards only. Hold this for some time and try to close your eyes tightly doing this. Again open the eyes and again redo the movements for 5 times. So friends, these were some of the exercises that you need to do, and this was the method which I have shared with you, which you need to do especially when you are in the early phase of Bell's palsy, which means your Bell's palsy is less than 3 months old. This is the phase where you would be having more muscular weakness. This is the time you can develop strength of muscles and at the same time teach the right movement patterns. So I hope you found this information doable, and please share your experiences with me in the comment section below. But before leaving, please subscribe to our channel, share this video with your friends and family members, and like this video. On that note, I'll end this video here and see you in another video. Thank you.